Potato slips are going crazy. This one I did pull off and root, so this one is actually ready to go into the ground. And I have heard that you can go ahead and put these straight into the ground, that you don't necessarily have to root them. So I'm not sure if I should try to root them or just go for it. We might do both and see how they work. Here's one here. This is a white sweet potato, and there are several coming off of that. And you can see there's multiple here. So what I have done is I've gotten some soil together in some I call them moving boxes or Tupperware boxes. They're like the plastic bins that you get for moving. I have taken some of those that I've had for eons and eons and eons, and I've drilled some holes in them and filled them with some compost. And we're gonna go down and plant some of these and see what they do. Especially this one. This is at least rooted. The other ones are not, so maybe I should show you guys that process first. Let's see. Let's take the big guy that actually looks like a sweet potato. He looks like a big orange one. So you can see on this one, there's a lot coming off of this. Some are a lot smaller, but there are 1, 2, 3 big ones and 2 little ones here. All you do is pull them off. See that? You pull them off and you stick them in the water, just like that, to root. It doesn't take long. It's not hard. You're not gonna mess anything up. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those off because I also don't have enough containers for all of these slips. So I have to do a little research on how many slips to plant. I was going to do 1 per container, but because I only have 3 containers, I'm not really sure what to do with all the excess. I obviously don't have to plant them. But I would like to plant them since I grew them. So it's either going to require me getting some more containers or going ahead and start rooting them and find another way to plant them. But for the time being, I wanted to show you at least how to pull those off of the sweet potato and get them started in some water to root. Here are the bins that I told you about. These are what I call the Rubbermaid moving totes or whatever they are. I've drilled some holes in the bottom, and then this is compost. You want something that is a loose compost so that they have room to move around. Now, I just looked it up, and it says that you can plant a slip every 8 to 10 inches. I don't know. I think we might want to do an experiment to see what works best here. So I have plenty of slips. I think what I'm going to try, since these containers are much bigger than the ones I had before, I was using those square bins there. So these are probably about double the size. I did get plenty of potatoes, but some of them were small. So that is what I'm trying to figure out, is what is the best way to do this so that they don't end up small. Last year, I think I did 3 to a bin. I went ahead and planted it lengthwise because, just like tomatoes, I think that everywhere that there is a node, which is usually about where the leaves are, that might get sent down into the dirt, and that's how you get your potatoes. I'm gonna dig a hole, and I'm gonna put this in the corner. I want to bury it good and deep, and let's see. I think I'm going to do 1 in each corner of this bucket and see if that does the trick. Now, this one, I actually have the potato still attached. I'm going to leave that in there. I've heard that you can plant them still attached, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. And we're going to see how that works. So we've got 1 here, we've got 1 here, and I have all those slips that we just pulled off. Now, these are not rooted yet, but you can see there is the beginnings of some roots on there. I've been told that you don't have to start them. They can go straight into the dirt, and as long as you keep this moist, they should grow just fine. Okay, so there we go. That one I planted 4. 1 in each corner. Those are a little bit shorter over there, so they look a little goofy. These are longer, so they're sort of falling over. That's okay. Oh, these will all vine out of here anyway. All right, so now I have this guy here. This is a white sweet potato. I only have 2 slips coming off this guy. So I think what I might do is plant the whole potato with that shorter slip, and I'm going to pull this larger slip off. Okay. Oh, it all came off in one piece like that. Okay, I'm going to pull that off. So here's what I finally ended up doing with the sweet potatoes. I did decide to plant 1 in each corner. And right now, these are under my deck. You're probably wondering, why the hell are they under your deck? They were inside, and so they're not hardened off. And so I want them to get a little access to being outside. And slowly I will pull these out into the sun here and there for an hour or 2. That's only so that these won't burn. The leaves are delicate when they've been inside. They haven't had, you know, access to the harsh sun, especially here in South Carolina. So I think these bins are going to be big enough with 1 in each corner, I hope. And I didn't want to do it this way originally, but I don't have enough of these bins, and I certainly don't want a bunch of them scattered across my backyard. So I'm gonna try this and see what happens. There's, like I said, there's 4 in each. I had enough slips to do that. I actually have a few more slips inside, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna use them. So this is gonna be good, and we'll see how well this method does versus using the smaller ones that I did last year. So I look forward to updating some progress on these.